So the game. Well, as I mentioned, she played e5, and I decided to play this. It's difficult to prepare for e3, I think, you know. And even though I play this move sometimes, you can find some games when I play c4, e3. But still, I think that I believe that she didn't prepare for this move. She didn't expect to play this line. Knight f6, a3, g6. I play queen c2. Computer is already giving me minus, but of course during the game I didn't know about it, but I'm not surprised, because usually when you play with white in such a passive way, computer is not happy. You need to be active, aggressive, right? When you have white pieces. So bishop g7, I play knight f3. Pawn is hanging on e5. d6 to protect the pawn. And I played d3, also probably quite passive. Although computer is actually saying that d3 is the first line, because I wanted to get this position. I wanted to, you know, to get this kind of Sicilian position with, you know, with my pawn on d3, and then I was not actually so sure where I want to put my knight, but I put it on d2. And then, you know, start some attack on the queen side, and just, yeah, see what my opponent will do. So I played d3, castle, bishop e2, rook e8. No, not sure what exactly she was planning to do, because I believe it is possible. I think that you can play this move if you want to play knight b to d7, maybe knight f8, h5, knight h7, something like this. But I was prepared for it. I was not even sure if I want to castle. I mean, I will wait. Rook e8, and I played knight b to d2. And if she decides to continue this way, I'm not in a rush. I don't want to. You know, I'm not going to make to castle soon, fast. I mean, and continue some, you know, create something on the queen side. So I played knight b to d2. Also, I'm not sure. Maybe one of your plans was to play e4. So I played here, and here I think she spent quite a lot of time. Well, minimum 10 minutes, I think. And maybe even more, and she decided to play c5. Well, don't know, not sure if it was well, actually computer is saying that c5 is excellent. What's so excellent about this move? Computer is recommending to play d5, queen e7, a5, but when I make this move, computer marks it as excellent. And I played b4 immediately. I tried to play faster, to play faster than usual, or at least not to let the big time difference happen. She played c5. I decided for myself quite quickly that I'll play b4, but I started, you know, thinking, analyzing, calculating something. And then I thought, what for to play b4, maybe better to play rook b1 first. But then in the end, I played b4 immediately. I see that computer is not recommending this move, but now it says that b4 is good. Okay, she played knight c6 quite quickly. b5 is the first line, but I played rook b1. Why I started thinking about b4, I thought that, is it possible to play e4? So for example, if I take d takes e4, she takes knight takes e4, and now my rook is hanging on a1, but I was thinking that I'll play bishop b2, maybe some bishop f5 move can be played, and but I thought that, well, computer is saying that bishop takes g7 can be played. But I think I was also thinking that just knight e4, bishop takes e4, and maybe queen c1 can be played, and I should be fine. So after all this calculations, I decided to play b4, and after knight c6, I played rook b1. b6 attacked. My attack stopped a bit on the queen side. So b6, I castled. I thought that castle is fine, is safe. I don't expect any attack on the king side, a quick attack at least. Her rook is on e8, so f5 is not possible. It will all take some time for her to do this. So castle looked safe to me. Also computer, what is saying? No, computer is saying that 0-0 is excellent. Okay. Bishop b7. I see that not the first time computer is recommending knight e4, and yes, I was also, it's not that I didn't think about this move at all. I saw this move, but I couldn't understand if it is a good move. Like, okay, it is a move, but is it good or not? I was not sure. I played rook d1. As I mentioned, I tried today to play faster. I thought that, especially if I get not complicated position, I will try to make my moves faster, even if those moves will be like not the best, but I will try to make some natural moves faster. Otherwise, I will get into time trouble, blunder something, blame myself. After knight xe4, d takes e4, you would have double pawns. But I guess the idea about this move, if black takes on e4, I have double pawns, but okay, this pawn on e4 is quite good pawn. It stops f5, and now black has also weakness on d6. Okay, this pawn on d6 probably can be protected easily by playing, I don't know, like queen d7 or queen c7, rook d8, and in some case even bishop f8 can be played. But it's not black who will have some you know, activity, some attack probably with this pawn. I was also thinking that maybe, I was not worrying about these double pawns at all, but I was thinking that maybe she can take here, and then maybe she can try to, you know, to create some pressure on the c file. This, I think, what I was worrying about. And as I said, I couldn't understand if this move, and she doesn't have to take right on e4, so I don't know, I didn't play it. So I played rook d1, which computer says that it's excellent. But I don't know, I was just trying to improve my pieces, maybe prepare slowly e4, a d4 push. I'm sorry. Queen c7, I play queen b3. Computer doesn't like this move. I was also not so sure about this move. The idea is about this move is to protect my pawn on b4 in case if I want to play bishop b2, and also maybe by playing these moves I'm preparing to push d4 at some point. It's not easy to push, and it's not so clear if it is good to push d4 actually, but rook a to d8. I play bishop b2, she plays h6. She spent also a lot of time here and there. Here she spent a lot of time to play h6. Was thinking knight f1, preparing d4 push. By the way, I was also thinking about it when I played rook f to d1. I was also thinking about my next move, my next potential move, knight f1. But you need to prepare really well to push, because even if your knight is on f1, you still cannot push d4 because takes, and my bishop is hanging on e2. So in this case, you know, it was better to keep queen on c2 to protect my bishop. Now my queen is on b3, so probably queen b3 was not a very good move. My bishop is not protected, so d4 push is not possible immediately in any case. Yeah, queen instead of queen b3. Yeah, I guess queen b3, and I think that computer was not happy with this move. Yes, after queen b3, well, he gives me, computer is giving me minus. So we played this move. Here I also spent some time thinking, and I played h3. I thought that I was just maneuvering. But I thought that h3 is a useful move because one of the reasons is because it's a Luft, and also another reason is that maybe at some point, if I manage to play d4, and if e4 will be played, then my knight can move to h2. So it was also, you know, I made this h2 square available for my knight in some in certain situations. So I played h3, king h7. Well, not sure why she played this move. Probably also didn't really know what to do or what. Or was also preparing for something. Then I play here, rook b to c1. Again, maneuvering. I don't think that this move... I mean, I thought that I don't really need my rook on b1 or on the b file, and maybe it will be more useful on the c file. At least she definitely cannot push d5 now, because when you have your rook, when there is queen on c7 and rook, you don't want to open the c file. And again, she spent, I think, quite a lot of time here thinking, and she played knight e7. So finally something started. So I felt that f4 is coming, b5 is recommended, or knight b1. Knight b1, I was thinking about knight b1, or knight e4 is knight b1 is a second line, knight e4 is a third line. Knight f1 was another option. After thinking for some time, yes, I decided to play knight e4. We need to start doing something. So knight e4, f5, she played this move immediately. I was considering two moves, knight g3 or knight c3. Both these two moves have different goals. When you put it on c3, you need to put it to move to d5, otherwise this is just useless maneuver. If you put your knight on, if I put my knight on g3, then I probably will leave it there, but at least on g3 it will protect my king side. So I couldn't decide which plan is better, and I played knight c3, and I see that computer is recommending this move as a first line. So knight c3, knight f6. She played this super quickly. So I played knight d5. Although I see that d4 is recommended, but I think that I didn't think about d4. I played knight d5, and queen f7. She played this move very quickly. And I played bishop f1, and computer doesn't like this move at all. I'm not sure why. Maybe because after bishop f1 she pushed g5, maybe because of that. But knight d2 is recommended, knight x6, or queen a4. But queen a4 is such a computer move. Something is already happening on the king side. How can you play queen a4? So I played here. At least my bishop is not hanging on e2 anymore, in case if I want to push d4, and maybe on from f1 it protects this short diagonal, protects king side. So I played bishop f1, g5, and here I was thinking about here I was considering two moves. The first is d4. Yes, d4. I think that I was even planning to play d4. Wait. I think that I was even planning to play d4, but then suddenly... no, I didn't plan to play d4. I was planning to take on f6 first. For example, bishop takes f6, because I think that you don't want to take with queen, and because there is this dark square bishop on this diagonal. So I was expecting her to take with bishop, and I was planning to play d4. How good that I didn't play. I'm not sure how good or bad my e4 move was, but I see that d4 is just horrible. And then suddenly I realized that when I play d4, yes, I finally managed to play d4, but this diagonal is like almost... the black has control over this diagonal, and it cannot be good. This bishop is very dangerous. She has all her pawns here. She's ready to push these pawns, even if not now, then one or two moves later. And what do I have? Just one thing that I managed to push d4 and what? I don't know, maybe she can take, sorry, and then push e4. Okay, actually computer is saying that there is something better. e4 immediately, knight e1, c takes d4, takes, queen g7, attacking this pawn, c5. I thought that I will not have bright future, you know, when your opponent has such a strong bishop. So suddenly I decided to play e4. I noticed this move. I found this move not immediately. Actually, the computer is also saying that this is a bad move and gives me minus 1.28. Yeah, but I thought that, well, first of all, like I'm sacrificing this pawn, but my opponent cannot take it because after takes and knight takes e4, I'm planning, I can play bishop d3 or queen c2, and this knight is hanging, it's pinned, and there is no way to protect it. I'm just going to win this knight, so that's why it is not possible to take my pawn. And if she plays f4, for example, it's not that bad for me, I thought, because I have light square bishop. I think that I can protect. It's not that easy, but I thought that it's fine. But she played knight d4 also quite quickly. Here I think at this point I realized that I missed this move, because my first reaction was like, wow, okay, so I'm going just to take this knight, and what's the problem? But then I realized that she's taking with this pawn, and there is even more pressure on my pawn on e4. I was thinking to take with bishop or with knight, but I thought that I definitely need to take, otherwise my queen is hanging. If queen moves, then knight f3 will be played, and I will have problems on the king side, so I need to take this knight. And I thought that if to take, then only with this bishop, because this bishop is not an active piece, and it will not become an active piece, so I better get rid of this bishop. So I'm taking, but she takes with the e pawn, and now there is pressure on my e4 pawn. But then I realized that actually she still cannot take it, because she has her king on this diagonal. So I will always create this pin if she starts taking. So I just played rook e1 again. So if she takes, I take. So knight takes e4 or rook takes e4 is not possible. It's just not good for black. She played knight h5, which was apparently not very good move. Now I have -1, but after knight h5 I even have plus. But I have plus if I take on e5. I saw that I can take on f5, it's possible to take on f5, but wait a second, but what if queen takes f5? G4 is not possible, my knight on f3 is hanging. Queen a4, computer is suggesting again queen a4 or b takes e5, you know, weird. But at least there are not many pawns on the king side, and there is no that strong attack apparently on the king side. I didn't take. I played knight h2, very defensive style. After knight h2, I thought, well, if she plays f4, then I have a lot of pieces that will keep my light squares under control, so that will be fine. g4 is not possible because I will just take this pawn. And again, well, my pawn on e4 is protected. We are fighting for the light squares, yes. Bishop e5, I'm playing queen d1. I think that I was thinking about g3 as well, but decided not to play this move. Yeah, actually queen d1 is also not that great according to the engine. So queen d1, knight f4, and I play g3 now. Pawn on h3 is protected, this one is protected, knight can move back, but it's just, I think, a waste of time. Bishop g2 will be played, and she takes. And my first thought was, my plan was to take with this pawn, But then I realized that if I take with c pawn, then maybe, you know, there will be... My pawn on d3 is a weakness. It can become a real weakness, maybe. And I thought that I can take actually with e pawn, because she doesn't have... she has 3 pawns on the king side, but every time if she pushes f4, I can push g4. If she pushes g4, I can push h4. So I thought that I'm going to be fine. I will put my bishop on g2 and everything will be more or less okay. So bishop g7, we are in time trouble. This is move number 20. No, this is this is move number... Wait, this is move number 27. So we still need to make 13 moves. Bishop g7, queen d2, bishop c8, bishop g2. I decided to play b5. I don't know. Here takes rook e8, and I play rook a1. In fact, it was possible to play a5 immediately. If you want to play a5, you can do it right now. Not so sure why I didn't play this move. Was afraid of something or what. In fact, when I played rook a1, the idea was to push a5 on the next move, but I actually didn't see bishop d8. So after bishop d8, she just doesn't let me play a5. Yeah. So a5 immediately was possible. So I play here bishop d8. I move back because I'm in time trouble. It's difficult to not to panic. So rook e1, king g7. I go here, just making some moves. Computer is saying that rook takes c7 was possible. Rook takes, bishop takes, queen e1. Okay, I play bishop f3. She goes here. Oh, computer is saying that rook takes e5 was actually good. Rook takes e5, d takes e5, queen e2. But I didn't want to give her, you know, this pawn chain. I played back and h5. Knight f3 takes. I'm taking it with the queen. Maybe, yeah, I think both moves were fine. It was possible to take with knight or with queen. She plays g4. This is move number 39. And I play knight h2. Actually, this is a correct move. Yeah, knight h2. And she plays h4. And this is move number 40. So finally, I have extra half an hour. And I decide to use this time to use 10 minutes, or I think in total I probably spent about 13 minutes thinking on my next move. Here I was hoping, at this point I was hoping for a draw. I thought that it should be a draw here. I should be able to protect. I thought that she has chances here, but I should be able to protect. I played queen e2. Pawn takes, and here I think that she spent quite a lot of time thinking, and I was like sitting there and hoping for a draw. I thought maybe she will offer a draw because they won the match already. 3 boards finished their games, and it was already 2.5 score, 2.5 and half a point. So our game didn't decide the match, the result of the match. So I was like, maybe I should offer her a draw. So I was like thinking about it. And she plays bishop g5. And I play knight f1. By the way, at this point, I think it was not good to win this pawn, because if she takes, well, if I take, she can give check probably, and if I play king h1 takes here, then queen h5 check and attacking the knight, and knight h2 is not possible because my queen on e2 is not protected. That's why it was not good to win this pawn, and I played knight f1 not to let her bishop go to e3, and she plays f4, h takes g4, f takes g3. As far as I know, knight takes g3 is possible. But I didn't want to, I was a bit afraid to make this move. I don't know, check. I knew that after this check I can move here, there is no check. and I don't know. But I decided not to do that. I decided to play bishop f3. I saw that, well, my knight is good here on f1. It protects e3 square. It protects h2 square. So in case if your queen finds itself on the h file, my h2 square is protected and there is no checkmate. And yeah, and everything is protected. Yeah, I felt safer with this bishop f3 move, and I'm just going to play king g2, attacking this pawn, and then she needs to think how to protect this pawn. And even here, yes, I think I was still thinking about draw. I didn't expect to start playing for a win. Computer is giving 0-0-0, so it was possible for black to defend everything. Queen f4 is played, king g2, and she plays this move. Instead, well, let me check, bishop h4. If she plays bishop h4, king h3 is possible. Yeah, by the way, king h3, if I want to make a draw, I can play king h3, bishop cannot move. If bishop moves somewhere, then I'm just winning the pawn on g3. She can play queen h6, but we can repeat moves. Pawn is hanging again, so if she comes back, then we start repeating the moves. So this is just one option. Another option is probably I can play like this, but in this case she probably can take on g4. And I think that I was also thinking about this move. But anyway, computer is giving 0. After king g2, she plays queen c1. And at this point, I thought, do I still want to draw? Because I'm winning this pawn, and my knight on g3 is becoming very active. What is happening? what is going on in this game? Probably she still didn't believe that she made a mistake. She plays this bishop e3 move. She did it so confidently, you know. But I was like, okay, so and bishop e3, and what? You're not going to give me checkmate, even if you manage to play here. I go to h3, and what? And that's it. You don't have more checks. Okay, I played queen f1, and I wanted to put that queen on the f file because if she, and this is what happened. If she doesn't take my queen, and if she tries to win this pawn, for example, then just by playing bishop e4, I open this f file and I start giving checkmate. And this is actually what happened. So she played queen c2, and it's funny because it's interesting when you play over the board. You feel your opponent, right? You see the body language. Just now, of course, now when the game is over, now when I won this game, I'm thinking, I remember that she looked very confident, like making all these moves. She was not afraid at all. This is strange. Queen c2, I am playing king h3. Now I just want to play bishop e2 to open this f file for my queen, and I will queen and knight, when they start mating your opponent's king, it's usually the end. They're very, very strong together. So at least maybe she needed to play, I don't know, queen f2. But even after queen f2, I take, then I play knight e4. It's good that all my pawns on light squares, and my bishop doesn't let her bishop to go here, so it's just not possible. I'm attacking her bishop, and I'm attacking this pawn on d6, and this should be winning. It will take some time to win this game, but that should be winning. I will be 2 pawns up, 2 passed pawns, and I have knight. Seems like my knight is even stronger. Although the position is half open, but my knight will be stronger. But because I have two extra pawns, so she didn't play this move. I think that after king h3, she finally understood that she got into some troubles, that she underestimated or overestimated her chances, and she played this move. And I saw that at this point she was a bit desperate already. So she played king h6. I play bishop e2, and now she's in trouble. She plays king g6. It was probably also possible to play king g5, but I think that my move will be the same, queen f7 or queen f8. So she played king g6. I play queen f8. Now I want to take this pawn and win this bishop. Do you think she was overconfident because of the rating difference? Well, not in the end. I think there was a different reason to be overconfident, because in the end you play a long game against your opponent, and you see that your opponent makes normal moves. So I don't think that she was thinking that. Or maybe she was like expecting, hoping that finally I will make a mistake somewhere. But that didn't happen. So I played queen f8, attacking this pawn, also threatening some checks. But the most important, I think, that it's this hanging pawn on d6. She goes here quite desperately already. Takes here, takes here. I was spending some time thinking at this moment, because I was looking for checkmate but couldn't find it. So I gave one more check. One more check. My bishop on e2 is protected, and now I decided to play g5. So I push g5, bishop is hanging, my bishop is protected, and my king is on such a good square. So even if she tries somehow to move her queen on the first rank, she still will not be able to give any checks, because all the squares are protected by my minor pieces. So I played g5. I thought that this is a winning move. Bishop g7, and knight f5 is recommended as a first line, or g6 or knight h5. So I played knight h5, and she resigned, and she finally resigned. Yes, bishop is protected on e2, and this bishop is hanging, so mating threat. Funny, because I didn't expect to win this game. I was really after the first time control, after we made 40 moves, I was hoping for a draw. I thought, okay, we lost this match anyway, but at least to make a draw would be good. For me personally, well, something for our team. At least the score will be 3-1. And but I didn't expect to win, and somehow, luck was on my side this time, and I'm really, really happy about it. Finally, yeah, it's a very important win.